Namaskar to all. Welcome you all in the class. Today I am going to discuss about the projects. We will learn meaning of the project, characteristics of the projects, categories of projects, and major aspects of project formulation. Let's start with what is the meaning of the project. A project is a temporary, unique, and progressive attempt or endeavor made to produce some kind of a tangible or intangible results. Tangible means which can be touched, and intangible means which can't be touched. A project is a group of unique, interrelated activities that are planned and executed in a certain sequence to create a unique product and or service within a specific time frame, given budget, and the client specification. Project can also describe as a specific investment activity with a specific starting and ending point, intended to create capital assets that produced benefit over an extended period of time. Project may be for 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 or more years. Projects are cutting edge of development. Therefore, we need to identify national agricultural development objectives for selection of priority area for investment. So objectives are important. Specific objective, specific given time frame, starting point, and specific end time. Sound development plans require good projects, and good projects require sound development planning. Both are interdependent. Projects are considered building blocks of investment plan. Sound planning is essential for a good project. Let a example of project plan. Suppose you are going to organize a fresher party as a second year student and planning dinner on the occasion of fresher party for new students. So before organize, it would involve some answering so many types of simple questions, namely, why is the party being held? Who is the hosting the party? Where the party to be held? What is the estimated budget of the party? When is the party to be held? Who is the invited to the party? How is the menu going to be taken care of? Once you got the basic outlines of the important planning questions. A more detailed list can be drawn. Venue. This is your department because of you are a MSc AG second year student. Location. Outdoor in the lawn in front of the department. Second year student ordering the furniture and take responsibility for interior decoration to welcome the first year students and guests. Head of department and second year students jointly decided the dinner menu. A list of invitees, number, faculties and students, number of adults, number of children, estimated number of vegetarian, estimated number of non-vegetarian, entertainment, music, refreshment, games, light, gifts for children's and lights. So these are some basic questions and answer of the basic questions of a plan for a fresher party given by the MSc AG secondary student for their juniors. Do you know construction of a house can be considered as a project, and construction of a house is a combination of so many activities, namely searching for suitable site, first of all, arranging the finance, purchase the materials, digging the foundation, construction of superstructures, etc. These are the various activities for construction of a house. Similar to the construction of a house, conducting a public meeting may also be considered as a project. So, various activities have their own time frame and each activity must be finished within given stipulated time. Characteristics of a project. Project is a non-routine, non-repetitive undertaking often plagued with uncertainties. Project involves coordination of the efforts of person drawn from different departments and contributions of outside agency. And the relationship in a project setting is dynamic, temporarily and flexible. Nowadays, the involvement of various departments is favorable best for a particular project. Now, categories of project. Management and scope of project depends on the time of category of projects. Project can be classified under different heads like based on type of activity. Based on type of activity, projects can be classified as industrial projects and non-industrial projects. Industrial projects are those projects set up for production of some goods, and non-industrial projects examples are healthcare project, education project, irrigation, soil conservation, pollution control, highways project, water supply projects. It is difficult to quantify the benefit enjoyed by the society for non-industrial project. Based on the project completion time, project classified as normal project, crash project and disaster project. Normal projects are those projects for which there is no constant on time, but crash project must be completed within a stipulated time. Take an example for crash project. Construction of canal lining with the condition that the works should be completed before the monsoon start is a crash project. Disaster project. Under this project, resources used are higher. Based on the location, project classified as a project with the determined location, national project, and project with open location, international project. National project set up within the national boundary, while international project set up in the other countries. Major form of international projects: fully owned subsidiaries abroad, joint venture abroad, by way of merger and acquisitions. Handling and the international project needs expertise and greater effort in view of higher risk proportion and procedural formalities involved. Based on the ownership, project can be classified as a private sector project, public sector project, and joint sector projects. Private sector projects, under this, ownership is completely in hand of private investors, while public sector project owned by the state, and joint sector projects ownership is shared by government and by entrepreneur. Public enterprise, considered as state or any national, regional, local authority, hold at least 51% of its capital and enterprise is under control of the state. In India, either central government or state government. Government investment in joint sector projects is to make use of management capacity and marketing skill of a private entrepreneurs. Based on the size, projects can classified as the small size project, medium size project, and large size project. As per the directive of Government of India, project with investment on plant and machineries up to rupees 1 crore falls under the small scale project. Above rupees 100 crores, large scale project, a size project, and between rupees 1 crore to 100 crores falls under the medium size projects. On the basis of nature of a benefit, project can classified as quantifiable benefits. Under this one, benefits can be quantified easily, and non-quantifiable benefit project are those projects under which the benefit quantification is some difficult or not easy. On the basis of objectives, project can classified as a social objective project and economic objective project. Social objective project Social project means a project related with the public service that the government provides to the public free of charge or a nominal charge at include education, health, potable water and road projects. On the basis of dependency, project as an independent project and dependent project. On the basis of government priorities, project with specific priorities and project without specific priorities. So there are some area where government focus at priority basis. On the basis of magnitude, the resources to be invested, project as giant project, and giant projects are those projects which affect all sector of economies. Big project that affect one sector of economies. Medium sized project affecting a part of a sector, and a small size project depending on size and investment. On the basis of risk involved, project classified as high risk project, normal risk project and low risk project. So there are so many projects. Some projects have high risk and uncertainty, some are medium and some have a low risk project. Social time value of the project classified as a project with present impact, like technology project which impacted in present, and project with future impact, for example vaccination. The vaccination impact will in some future date. On the basis of economic life, project classified as a short-term life, medium-term life and long-term life. Here I want to mention that life of Tehri Dam project is 160 years. Based on the resource required, project with domestic resources and project with foreign resources. Based on the sources of finance, project with domestic financing, project with foreign financing and project with mixed financing, under which domestic financing and foreign financing included. Project with finance by financial institutions. It is happened many times. On the basis of legal entity, project with legal entity and project without legal entity. For example, Tehri hydropower project is an example of legal entity project. On the basis of management of projects, high degree decision making projects, normal degree decision making projects and low degree decision making project. Here we considered on decision making. Each and every step minutely. Based on the productivity, project classified as a direct productive project and indirect productive project. Based on the national policy, project determined by the forward looking policy, project determined outward looking policy. employment opportunity available in project as capital intensive project and labor intensive project. And in the last, basis of role played by the project. Pilot project. We listen frequently this project. This is a project for an experiment to know the possibility of development and success of new project to avoid risk. So first of all, projects started on the pilot basis, and after success it is extended in some another areas. Demonstration project demonstrate the success of a technology or intervention. After discussing the categories of the projects, here major aspects of project formulation. And you all know that there are project cycle and there are so many stages in a project cycle, and formulation is the second stage. So these aspects are important for any project formulation, namely technical aspects, institutional, managerial and administrative aspects, organizational aspect, social aspect, commercial aspect, financial aspect and economic aspect. So these are the various aspects. Before going ahead, I want to discuss the project cycle. Project cycle is a natural sequence in which projects are planned and carried out. There are so many phases in a project cycle. Conception or identification, formulation or preparation, appraisal or analysis, implementation, monitoring and evaluation. In short, we can say CFAIME. Let's start with first phases of project cycle: identification, understanding how project come about, needs and demand, market demand, business need, consumer request, technological advances, legal requirement and social need. Projects come up as a result of social need. Project identification is concerned with collection, compilation and analysis of economic data for the eventual purpose of locating possible opportunity for investment and with the development of such opportunity. Sources of project ideas: analysis of industrial performance, analysis of input and output of industries, analysis of export and imports, 5-year plan and government priorities, policies, survey of local resources, analysis of economic and social trend, new technologies, restoring life of sick units, analysis of unsatisfied need of consumers. Stimulate creativity for generation of new project ideas, international and national trade fairs and industries exhibition. So these are the sources for various project ideas. Project formulation or preparation. The project can be prepared by a special team for the purpose with sufficient time and resources, or by a consultant agency. Following points are considered while formulating the projects. The location and site of project must be based on the technical analysis and technical feasibility. The location of project depend upon physical resources, market conditions, marketing facilities, alternative investment prospects, administrative experience, farmer objectives, technical skill, innovation, demand for product, etc. Next phase is appraisal or analysis. Appraisal should be take place before the implementation of the project. A careful review or appraisal of proposed project is must so as to determine its soundness before implementation. In fact, the ex-ante appraisal or feasibility study is to be done to get enough information before advanced planning is made. Appraisal provides an opportunity to re-examine the project proposal before huge investment made. The appraisal team may even suggest for some additional information to be collected, or project may be rejected if serious flaws exist. Project implementation phase is the most crucial phase of project cycle. The secret of successful implementation depends upon the extent of realism put into the plans drawn beforehand. So first of all plan, then action. This one is the implementation. It is often not uncommon to notice our plans getting deviate from the reality. Project implementation can be divided into three different periods, namely investment period, development period, and full production period. Investment period may range from few months to few years depending on the nature of asset to be acquired. Development period to consume time. Implementing agencies should make all efforts to reduce the gestation period as per the plan invests in the beginning. Full production period is the time during which the beneficiaries start reaping the benefit from the project. Monitoring stage of project cycle. Monitoring is the timely collection and analysis of data on the progress of a project with the objective of identifying constants which impede successful implementation. This is highly desirable, particularly when project is failed to be completed as per time schedule or in process of attaining the set goals. And the last phase is project evaluation. Evaluation can be done several times during the life of a project. Evaluation process is to be completed in three phases. There are pre-project evaluation, concurrent evaluation, and ex-post evaluation. An ex-post evaluation is essential for completed projects while at same time concurrent to those of ongoing. In fact, it provides systematic information pertaining to success or failure of a project. The concurrent evaluation is essential to know the weaknesses of ongoing project so that these may be corrected for greater success. However, the overall impact of a project can be assessed once it is over. So evaluation can be done in 3 stages. After discussing the project cycle and its phases, let's move with technical aspect. The technical aspect appraisal of post project should be done by the competent technical staff and it should not be done in hurry. For example, the technical appraisal of proposed minor irrigation project should be contain aspects such as the rate of recharge of underground water, the numbers of well sunk in the area, spacing location of new wells, depth up to which wells are to be sunk, deep shallow wells required, sustainability of underground water for irrigation purpose, the cropping pattern, season wise discharge of water from the well, etc. The technical analysis may also determine the potential yield in the project area, the coefficient of production along with the marketing and storage facility required for the successful operation of a project and the processing system needed. So technical aspect is a major aspect of a project formulation. Institutional, managerial and administrative aspect. The local institution may also be duly involved, right from the planning beginning to the implementation level to avoid opposition. All agencies, institutions should have an opportunity to comment upon the proposed project. Each institution had their own specialization, so they can make comment. Ample provision for managers and supervisors for getting latest information about the progress of project, special monitoring staffs and training arrangements needed. The managerial ability of existing staff may be accessed before making huge investment. So the important persons, manager, technical staffs, monitoring staffs, organizational aspect of a project formulation. Organization refers to the process of putting the priorities in an orderly form. Prepare a organizational hierarchy of the implementing agencies. The availability of staff at various cadre, demarcation of authority and linking of authority and responsibility dealt under this means under the organizational aspect. So responsibility is clearly defined. A hierarchy are there. Each project have their own hierarchy, starting from bottom to top. Social aspect. A proposed rural development project, beside employment and income generation, also considers the provisions made for improved rural health services, better domestic water supplies, increased educational opportunities, especially for rural women and children. So all these examples are the social aspects. Commercial aspect is another one aspect. The backward and forward linkage for proposed project, such as the supply and demand relationship pertaining to output. The credit requirement for marketing input and output, timely as well as quality supplies of modern input to adopt new technology, cropping patterns, and efficient marketing channels for supply of inputs, and the procurement of equipment and supplies should also be timely at fair price and with proper specification are examined. Here I want to discuss the backward linkage. Backward linkage, otherwise induced linkage. Backward linkage refers to relationship between an agricultural farm and supplier of its input. A change in output of a farm will get transmitted backward to the supplier of its input by changing in demand for input. And forward linkage, relationship between farmer and processor. This one is the forward linkage. Financial aspect. The financial aspect deal primarily with sources of raising financing assistance and terms and conditions obtaining financing from the credit agency. So there are so many terms and conditions for obtaining a credit from the financing agency. The procedural formality for sanctioning a credit from the financing agency. The implementing agency should be in a position to estimate financial requirement, what are the various costs, and anticipated returns through farm planning and budgeting. Once incremental income is arrived at the repayment capacity, duly giving consideration margins for risk and uncertainty can be worked out. So repayment capacity is worked out. If the repayment capacity is positive, this is good for an entrepreneur. And in the last, I am going to discuss the economic aspect. Under this, project is likely to contribute significantly to development of economy as a whole or partially. The point of merit is to whom the project is going to benefit. To one section of society or entire area of a project. So project area also there. The indirect effect like the income distribution need to be assessed. So there is a need to assess both direct and some variables are there which is not quantified easily. Under the income distribution, the purpose is to know whether income inequalities are going to be narrowed down or widening up as a result of proposed project. Overall, it is expected from the project to bring largest contribution to the national economy. This one is the ultimate goal of a project. Thank you.